Yes, the microphone was off by default.
Oh, god damn it.
Is it okay now?
Okay, can you hear me? Let's see what the chat says.
Yes.
Yes, finally. All right. I guess just a recap. So this is SGDC. We have this every week to present what we've been working on here at the house in Spelkollektivet. So I'm going to be the first. Hi, my name is Dennis, or I'm on the internet better known as Lin. And I'm making the game Shark Rain. And I've shown the video before last week, but I'm just going to show it again since we have a couple of new people here, I think. So Shark Rain is a what I like to call a shark-based shooter game where you play as a character that can transform between a human and a shark form, and it utilizes the fluid flux dynamic water system in the Unreal Engine 5. And with that, I've been trying to develop a game, and here's some footage. And yeah, this is the footage I showed you last week, and just wanted to give a short update. And it's quite a big one. For those who know me since a while, like for those who know me longer, you know that I've been mainly always been working solo as a solo developer on this game. But that has finally changed. I now have a team partner who's gonna help me out with programming and game design, and I want to introduce you to her. So let's give her a call. All right. Hey, hi Kat, can you hear us?
Oh, hi, I can.
Awesome. Do you wanna open your little, or do I have to click somewhere to be able to see your
Oh,
avatar?
I have to click it. I have to click it. Right, right. I'm a professional. This one. Please work.
There we go. Let me full screen this. Hey. Yo. Hi. Yeah. Everyone, that's Kat. My
Hi.
partner in crime for Shark Rain.
Hello.
Kat, do you want to introduce yourself? Say something about, your experience and whatnot.
Sure. Hi, I'm Kat Voltz. I am a software engineer turned game developer, and I have been full-time game developing for about almost a year and a half now. It's been fun. I'm working on Shark Queen because Len is awesome and I love the project. and I'm also working on my own project called Space Mistakes.
Okay, awesome. So yeah, Kat, do you by chance maybe have something to show us that you already work for Shark Rain open right now? Or I forgot to tell you that actually.
Sorry, I am not prepared.
It's fine.
Yeah, I'm not.
Okay, then yeah, we'll just continue with something that I wanted to show. But yeah, Kat, thank you so much for taking your time showing up here. I know it's very early for you.
It's not bad. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could talk about what I'm currently working on. I just can't show it.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Yeah, Shark Green is have you talked about the game yet?
Yeah, I gave a short introduction, so everyone here is knows what we're talking about.
Right, right. So I'm working on floating. I have worked on floating platforms that work with the water system. They seem pretty sweet so far. And I'm currently working on two tasks. We noticed that we want to improve the game feel of platforming. And so we're going to implement input buffering to make that a bit smoother. And I'm also working on a kind of like a surfer type object where you can hop on this object and use the water gun to kind of propel yourself around. It's kind of the idea. So I'm pretty excited for those mechanics. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that as well. Okay, thank you. I think I'm running up to time here. So yeah, again, thank you. Thank you, Kat,
Oh my God,
so much.
I'm so sorry.
No, don't worry. It's, I think you still have like a minute left. So anyway, yeah, thank you. I'm gonna close the call now and all right. Yeah. Was that the alarm or?
Yes.
Okay, then questions.
Do you have a demo that we can play test?
Yeah, I have a demo. I showed it already last week, and maybe tomorrow. Yeah, I will be at the playtesting, weekly playtesting event here, and yeah, you can try it out. Okay, there's no other questions. Then thank you. Let's go.
Next up is Nicholas with his booming and shooting and guns and stuff.
Where am I? Alrighty. Yeah, so basically I just want to put myself out there every second week because I want some accountability from or peer pressure. I want to put myself into a peer pressure situation to move forward. And yeah, I'm working on a boomer shooter, and I'm working on 3 of them in different complexities while looking for some income. So I might have to put it down and take it up and stuff like that is gonna happen. But why am I working on 3 boomer shooters? For now, I don't know how to code, but I know most of the other things that I need to do in games. So I thought I looked up a genre that I'm passionate about and then tried to go for it in a learning situation. Then I think I can build an audience with making the first game, the second game, the third game. Then they are mostly for me, even though they're commercial products. If I figure out how my money flow works, I don't want a lot of influence from the outside, and I'm also not good with social media and stuff, so that kind of helps. And if the first thought I had was I don't want to start big with a big massive game because I've done that like 4 times now and they all got cancelled. So I thought take it slow and try something simple. And yeah, building expectations on what I can do for me and the audience. So I set this up with some small goals for myself. The first thing I want to focus on is, like, I don't want to get lost. These should not have the need to feel too different from each other. They should have the note that they are done by me. Then I should use what I learned and not just start over for no reason at all, because I like to do that. And I want to remind myself that I'm having fun while game development, because last year I almost stopped it. So, yeah, those are the goals. But what about the actual games and what are the plans? So the first one has a name already. It's called Roskra Enemy Unknown. It uses the card game IP, which is unfinished on Steam, playable, but not for Windows 11. We're currently working on an update for the Windows 11 version, and I want to release this boomer shooter for free with the update to basically say, okay, kind of we are back, me and a friend and the company we have. Yeah, the deadline for me is October, latest December, depending on how much work I need to do on the side. And currently, it should be as simple as possible. 7 enemies are already in the game. 4 weapons are already not done, but playable, and the 9 levels is gonna come later. Second one, I don't know. I know the least about the second one, so it's just adding systems that I need for the third one. And the third one is called Be Not Afraid. It's very close to my heart. Its theme is ghosting. It's something I'm very passionate about, and I'm gonna use like Old Testament and New Testament biblical metaphors to go into the whole psychological aspect of that. And I chose a boomer shooter for that sense because ghosting in boomer shooters, the main character usually doesn't talk. So you're gonna be the one who's ghosting. And the deadline for that one is in winter 2026. For now, might change. What about the current status? Yeah, you can play it tomorrow at the test. If you have questions, what I need and what I want, help and input of any kind. But I've had a lot of discussions about this weird 3 game plan, and I'm weirdly conscious about how complicated it sounds and it is. But I want to focus on that plan, so I don't want to discuss that thing. I just want to force it through, basically. Yeah. Questions?
Can you repeat the part where you said stuff about the things? I'm sorry.
Fair. It's a fair question.
What's your favorite boomer shooter?
My favorite boomer shooter is either Deadlink, or if the modern Doom games count, probably Doom Eternal. Okay.
I wanted to ask the same question.
Ah, okay.
Why did you mention that specifically Windows 11 isn't working?
Because the card game, if you want to download it now on Steam, you can do that and you can play it if you have Windows 10. So if anyone comes to the idea he wants to download the game, I'm mentioning it so nobody that has Windows 11 downloads it.
Why doesn't it work on Windows 11 and works on Windows 10?
Because it was done in Unreal 4 with a version that doesn't support it anymore.
I thought Windows 10 and 11 were basically the same.
It doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, give a definition of what's ghosting.
Ghosting?
Yeah.
Ghosting is when somebody tries to connect to a different person and they don't react in any way.
Can you elaborate?
So the main part is ghosting is usually a thing that people do in a defensive stance because they're the one under pressure. But there's also a reaction that gets triggered psychologically by the person that is ghosted. And I want to go into both of these arguments. So the player is obviously the hero that is the one ghosting, but it's also driving the villain in that story insane that he's getting ghosted. So in a sense, I want to show this whole argumentation that sometimes even not doing something can create villainous characteristics.
So, ghosting is all about getting ghosted.
Basically, yeah.
Fair.
Everyone's doing the thing that it's about the person ghosting.
All right. Cool. Thank you.
Next up, Lewis.
Give me a second to make it public, and then you can have someone else go.
Yeah, someone else instead.
Okay. Next up, regards.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll pronounce it, sorry.
Does it work? Yeah, it works. So, I made a presentation about my project, which is called Just Load It, and it's a mod loader for games. And this presentation is... Okay, let's just get going. Okay, so what are the goals of this project? Basically, it's to making moddable games easy, because I saw that many games would benefit from having a modding community and a mod loader, but they don't have it. And also many games have a mod loader that is of questionable quality, I would say. Yeah, and yeah, I don't know. I am not prepared enough. Okay, I'm also very stressed, so I need to calm down. Okay, let's get going. So, whoops, that wasn't supposed to be there. The main design principle is to make it modular, to make it flexible enough to fit for as many games as possible. So, now, I want to clarify some things, which is, because I saw several misconceptions with people when I told them about my project, which are, this is not related to Minecraft. Minecraft is not written in .NET and in C#, and it already has a great mod loader, or I mean 4 mod loaders, which is, I don't know if that's good or not. Yeah, and the other thing is that the primary target is game developers who want to add modding support to their games, and modders wanting to add modding support to existing games are secondary target. This is also important because it justifies some design decisions I made. Yeah, so let's get started with a bit of a showcase how you could theoretically implement modability into your game using this in its current state. So, first, a concept that is the core concept of this project. It's called a database. I think this is a bad name, but I couldn't find a better one. But if anyone has a better name for it, I will appreciate it. So, what the database is? It is basically a container for content. By content, I mean almost everything a game has. Even systems can be content. And this is the definition, which is kind of annoying to use because of these generics here. You don't know what type of items to request, and it will throw an exception if you request wrong type. So there is a secondary interface which most databases derive from, which is a helper to both implementing and using custom databases. However, the goal is that you won't have to need to implement custom databases because they will be built in, mostly. But if you want, you can. So, here is how to get content out of a database. There are 3 ways. First is using a content key. Whoops. Is it selecting you there? Yeah. It's okay. Oh. Was that for me or for previous one?
Huh?
Does it work for me?
That was for you, yes.
Oh, that's half the presentation. I didn't realize it was this long. Okay, I will be going quicker. So, these are 3 ways how to get content out of the database. The most important thing is the content key, which is basically a definition of content, where it comes from and what it is. Let's get going quicker. So, how to integrate the system? You need a modloader system instance, which can, whoops, not this one, which can be get using a builder. But to build the builder, you need a mod provider. The builder takes a mod provider, which currently the only mod provider is assembly mod provider.
That was a minute.
How long do I have?
You can always present next time if there's a lot more you want to say.
I will not be here next time.
And that's more difficult.
Next time you will be here, then you can.
I leave next time. By next time. Okay. So we'll try to be even more quick. So yes, you create a mod provider. This mod provider basically looks for mods in current assembly, and this is how you load mods. The sequence of loading. This is the final part, which is mod initializer. I think I missed something. Whatever. I will need to get quicker. This is the mod initializer, which is basically like it is used to register systems to the mod loader, which in this case is a way to register databases and a way to load content into the databases. And now quickly, I can skip this part if it's needed. I mean, it's the last part.
Okay. James just added in the chat that if people want to know more details, they can come and chat to you as well.
Okay, good. Yeah. Yeah, if somebody wants to know more details, then come talk to me via Discord or I don't know how. And this last thing, roadmap. This is the quickest. I want to add content loading from JSON, XML, or YAML files with patching and inheritance. By patching, I mean one mod changing the definitions from other mods without interrupting the workflow, and more runtime utilities. And that's it. Yeah. I thought this was shorter, this presentation. Yeah, so that's it.
Okay, questions.
Questions, sorry. Yeah, yo.
What did you use to host your presentation in the browser?
That was Reveal.js, I think.
Okay.
It's a bit bad, I would say, to work with, especially because the syntax highlighting didn't work. I had to disable it because it was terrible.
Do you have a current project that you're working with, like a test case, or are you looking for someone to sort of?
I made a simple project, which is barely a game, but it's a proof of concept. And also I will be making a project which will be a remake of our game from Halloween Game Jam. I say our because there are several people. I will be making it from scratch using this, and I will be submitting it for a competition. So it will be, I think, a good test to test it, more thoroughly.
All right.
Thank you.
Next up, Mariana.
And me, it's a dog.
Oh, it's a little.
So we're doing two presentations at once because we're
Crazy.
today crazy. There's third person as well. It's a cat. Yeah, we're gonna launch demo and we're gonna like go back in time, I guess, before we do that.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll start with basically Mitsuko is our producer, and she can't be here today because of the house rules, but she sent these slides for me to show to you. So this is her plan on how to release a demo on Steam. And step one, according to Mitsuko, is to get yourself a team. So you find some developers, you sit on them, and then you purr a lot. Maybe if it's a human interaction, maybe you ask for permission first. But so next step, you make a plan, and here's this amazing roadmap that we drew. So on we've got all these pieces of paper everywhere, like just detailing like everything we wanted to do and dates and everything. Yeah, Mitsuko knows what's up. Anyway, and sometimes all that paper just gets in the way, and you do just need to scrap some ideas, and sometimes you need to be harsh with your developers. I'm not actually recommending this. This is just her style. Maybe I shouldn't have shown this. This is her step B is don't crunch. I mean, this has been great for us, but crunching is for biscuits. She's got some tips for you. So if the bowl is empty, it's time for your developers, to stop work. If the laptop looks warm and cozy, it's time to stop work. If you want pets, just any time, it's time to stop work. So, great producer. She really does give us plenty of time off, and mainly she looks after herself. This is like her main piece of advice if you're going to try and get a demo out on Steam. Just chill out. Yeah, it's the most important thing. And yeah, you just leave your team to do it. So that's Mitsuko's slides.
Okay.
And I think Mariana wants to show stuff.
I want to go back in time into we started a bit more than a year ago developing the game together, and this from the first time I presented, which was in May last year. So this was like a concept phase, and this is like the actual pig plushie that is in the game now. Then we started in June storyboarding, and I was really nervous at first because I've never done interiors, and also I worked with more paper and pen before, not like in the computer. Straight into the computer sketching, but then I started to like it actually, and with some references and some time I improved the concepts, cleaned up, and then we started doing line art and colors, and I thought at first it would take like one day to choose the colors, but it's taken a year and I'm still not sure about it. Then jumping forward, so this is like the first kind of viewpoint we had in mind, but then we realized that all of the items would need to change size when you move them to different places, which would be so annoying. So we flattened the perspective, so this became our new perspective for the game. Then jumping a bit forward again, first of all, more colors, still deciding on colors. And jumping to the next year, this year, we developed more of the style of the game, I guess, and figured out some issues, everything being pixel perfect. I have this video of pixel snapping starting to work first time. You can put things, yes, pixel perfect. And also we started to lose the outlines.
It's a video. Ooh, sorry, go back.
Yeah, and then this is from April, I think. And here we already actually started to put in gameplay and not just colors. And the visual style was starting to be more the final style that we have. It just needed a bit more polish. And this is like some of the last stages. We made like a poster for the Bertelsen poster thing, which I still have to put those posters up. But this became our like kind of key art for Steam and everything. Then we added some UI stuff, made stackable placements work perfectly, and things. There was more time for more things. And I'll give it to Slan to do.
Okay, again, this is just really like a speed run of everything we've done and cool screenshots that we found, because it's really nice to look back at the old stuff. But here's like week one, like month one, like some 3D prototypes, some weird dithering prototypes, me trying to build a scene out of Mariana's amazing sketches, trying to render that in cameras, and basically realizing this is just not our skill set. Taking sketches, and I think I did this as like doing the perspectives and like getting the 3D feel, and then did a lot of stuff with LF shaders, but you can really get stuck in for it forever. But yeah, did some like weird lighting effects. Lots of fun fiddling around with all that stuff. Lots of weird glitches. I was trying to do shadows. Things went really wrong. I kind of made a hole in the space-time continuum, but whatever. And then I actually intentionally made a hole in the space-time continuum, and this is one of my favorite effects I've ever made. But like, this is you'll see it in the game when the demo comes out, which we're now going to do something. We're not going to show anything of Steam backend on here, but we are going to press the button on this other computer. So. Actually,
can you do it?
Yeah, let's do it. Come on. Yes. Okay, we have to type the phrase "release my app." No. You got a loading circle.
Loading circle. Don't get tired.
Stronger.
Does it say? Where does it say release? Is now visible? No. Is it?
It's out.
Is it out? Yes. So yeah, you can now. Is there a download demo button? We've pressed the button. It doesn't seem to show up straight away, but the demo will probably be downloadable within the hour. I don't know, but we did it. We've released a demo.
Any questions?
Yes, questions. Cool. No, Daniel.
Play the demo.
Where?
No, when.
When? Oh, well. Now.
I'm gonna refresh because it's weird.
Danny.
What's next?
Well, actually, we're going on a bit of a break from development. I'm going to do some modding for a bit, and we're going to come back to it probably around, I don't know, we haven't really decided yet, but like October, November, and then looking to release, I mean, it says planned release date 2025. We've been very non-specific about when, because we haven't really decided when we're going to pick it back up again. But yeah, we decided to just push for this demo, get it out there before we go on a break, and then we'll finish it off.
I think it's hidden.
Sorry. It's hidden now.
I'm gonna finish this off screen.
Any more questions, or that's it? Cool. Thank you very much.
Congrats.
Oh, wait.
I was just a question on how much content is time-wise
currently
in the demo, and how much content are you planning on having in the full release?
So it's actually pretty convenient because we have you as the player start in your apartment, your kota, and then you move through to another apartment, and there's only those two apartments in the demo with a connecting space, and in the full game there will be 4 apartments to explore plus your own. So we're at 2 out of 5 for the demo.
All right, thank you.
It's very nice to say we're exactly 40% done.
Congrats.
Next up, Alvin.
Meow. Okay, folks, hello, good day to everybody. I've been here before, so this is more of a reintroduction and introduction to people I haven't met before. So my name is Alvin, I'm from Singapore, and I'm working on my first PC game. It's basically a liminal horror experience inspired by Iron Lung. I'll be creating it with Unreal Engine 5. So this is my second time visiting Spell actually. So I really love, the collaborative aspect and stuff like that. So, I'm here again, and I'll be here till mid-October. A bit about myself, I've been working in film VFX for like 15 years, and I quit my job last year, just to pursue game development. And I use Houdini as my main 3D software and stuff like that. So the game I'm working on, right, is 2781 Akuji. It's a weird name, but if you play the demo, if it ever gets out, you understand why. As I mentioned before, it's a liminal horror game inspired by Iron Lung. So you're basically stuck inside a submarine, and you need to navigate, using the controls to get somewhere to finish the game. Oh god. Okay, so I've been away from Spell for about like 5-6 months. So here are some of the stuff I've been working on, right? So I've been creating assets for the game, and creating assets that are compatible with Lumen in Unreal Engine 5, right, is even more pain. I've also finished like a dialogue system for the game, figuring out level loading, and in general, right, because I'm new to Unreal Engine 5, I'm just learning, Unreal Engine, Lumen, and how the UI system works in general. So for me, I'm a solo dev for now. So the style I'm going for is like very low polygon models, and the textures are going to be, pixel art style. This is actually a lot of work as well, even though the textures are like 64 by 64 or something, right? So in the next game, right, if I do a 3D game, I'll probably move towards a low poly style similar to what you get in like Deep Rock Galactic, So less actual textures, right, but more like procedural stuff with a bit more detail on the models. While I'm here at Spell, I'll be building assets, and one other thing I'm working on right now is world building. So the story actually changed a bit from what I may have discussed with some of you when I was here last time. I'm spending a lot more time on the world building, right, because I'm planning to use it as like a setting for all the games I'm going to build in the future. So, after I left Spell, I went back to Singapore. I've left Singapore for like years, and one of the things I was working on in Singapore, right, was renovating my room. Okay, I know, totally very bad segue. So I was doing stuff like, sanding down the walls, making it flat, and some of the walls were like concave as fuck, and then, had to flatten it out. Well, that was a lot of work. So this is like stage 1 of the completed room. So I was working maybe 4 hours a day on the room. Then in the evening time, I'll do game dev, right? I suffered burnout. Yay. So yeah, after I burnt out, I didn't do anything for a week. Then after that, I was like, oh shit, I'm actually coming to Spell. I only had like 2 months. I was like, oh, rush. So yeah, but I got it done in time. So I think that's about it for me. So again, right, to reiterate, what I'm working on in Spell, I'm probably going to lock down my world building. I'm going to finish the assets required for the game, and try to learn the Steam API for achievements. So my future targets personally, right, I'm going to get the demo out December this year, and in order to attend Steam Next Fest February, and hopefully release the game a month after. Okay, so one next thing that might be slightly controversial. Could you please donate to my aircraft carrier crowdfunding? I only need 20 million. We can buy an aircraft carrier, put solar panels, and then we park it outside Malmo. All right. Questions? Okay, it is a joke, so. Yes, hi. Any questions?
Oh, I was just going to say, is there a mooring fee for
I was planning to.
for an air?
I was planning to put it in international waters. Yeah, that's the plan, Yes. Anything? No? Cool. So, in ending, right, I actually brought some candy from Singapore and Swedish cake, so hopefully can meet more of you in the kitchen after this. All right. Thank you. Wow.
Next up, Florian.
hope this still works the same. Yeah, so hi, I'm Florian. I've been here like twice before for a short period, and now I'm here for 2 weeks again, hopefully sometimes for longer periods and more, but yeah, for now, this is it. And so I thought, hey, there's some new faces here, some people who probably meet a lot of new people, so probably forget me, so I'll do a quick reintroduction about me, what I like to do outside of making games. Well, I like running, bouldering, playing board games, reading sometimes, that kind of stuff. Then my games, I target a lot of platforms like Steam, Google Play, App Store, and web as well. Just to kind of divide my chances among the different platforms. And then I've 3 games I'm going to show. 2 of those are released. I have Circlo, that is I don't need sound necessarily. That is a physics platformer with growing levels, and has been released for some years, and I'm still occasionally doing some updates for it. It also has a level editor, so people make cool levels in it, and that I then approve, and so I do some content moderation on that, and well, try to keep it a bit up to date. Then, of course, it's going to be harder to move to the next slide. Then I have the Final Earth 2, which is a city builder game, where you have these horrible quality, doesn't matter. You have these very tiny people on a tiny little world you can build, and you have to try to fulfill their demands, and you have some resources you try to collect. And so it's a 2D pixel art thing, so that's been out as well for a while on Steam and mobile, and I haven't been doing many updates recently, but hopefully we'll do another update soon as well. And then I've recently been working on World Shaper Idol, which is basically an idle game which is a bit puzzly, where you can try to build your own world and try to discover what kind of tiles you can create by placing different tiles around them. And I've started with a web prototype that did decently okay, so I've recently released a Steam demo, and hopefully will release a full Steam version this year at least. So the more specific things I've been trying over the past like half year when I wasn't here, I've been trying some more unpaid marketing first, so trying to like learn how to like do some voice things, so I can make YouTube videos or TikTok videos. Like wasn't too unhappy on how I did. I got like one TikTok video that got like 200,000 views or something, but on the other side, like for my free mobile games, the actual profits weren't too big. So then I thought, hey, I can maybe scale this. So I tried paid advertising, of course, like shoving money into Google. Paid advertising was interesting. I might do like a SGDC thing just about that, because I've learned really a lot about doing it. I haven't been super successful, but I think like there's a lot of things like that I thought that just weren't true. For example, that you, if you try to start a campaign in Google Ads, you always get these estimates like, okay, you need to spend around 60 cents to get a download in the US. In reality, if your numbers are low enough, you can get much better results. You can get US downloads for 10 cents, for example. But then if you start growing, it gets harder again. So there's all these things that I've learned about it. I still do some paid advertising, but only with very small budget, because otherwise it hasn't been worth it for me. But yeah, it has been really interesting learning about all that. And maybe with some other game and other monetization, etc., it might be worth it for you or for me later. Then I am trying to make some prototypes. Haven't been doing too many recently. One of these is for the last time I've been Spelkollektivet, but hopefully will do some more, so that I have like a new project to start after I've done my current project, because I'm trying to make World Shaper a bit of a smaller project and not spend too much time on it. And then I need to do updates, because like Google Play wants you to do an update. These people will start like posting in your Discord every day, counting down how much time there's been since your last update, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, there's going to be updates. And yeah, of course, then I'll try to actually finish World Shaper. Thank you for listening. Any questions? Yeah? Right?
How long are you going to be staying with us?
For now, just 2 weeks. Yeah?
What was the name of the physics?
Circlo O.
Can you send that in Discord?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I think that was it. Thanks again.
Next up, I don't know your name, so I'm gonna call you by your nickname. Sam, I believe.
Jem.
Jem. Oh, hello.
Hi everyone. I don't have a presentation. Just going to introduce myself. First timer here. I heard about you on Twitter, on some James post, I think. I first heard about Stagan a while ago, and once I found out that you were here, I came. I'm from Switzerland originally. My background is in the IT. Recently I got fired off a job because of budgetary reasons. And I've been developing, making prototypes with Unity for almost 8 years now, things aside. And one more thing, I am running the Geneva Game Developer Meetup in Geneva in Switzerland for 8 years. And I came here to work, to be inspired by how it's organized here and maybe bring some things back in Switzerland. And I'm currently working on a game called Whispering Pines, and I hope to show you a proper presentation next SGDC. And happy to meet you all. Thanks. Any questions? Yes?
How long are you staying here?
A month. I just came here today, this afternoon, so I hadn't time to.
But I mean, how long are you planning to stay here?
A month.
Oh, a month. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Yes.
So what are you planning on working on while here?
Sorry?
What are you planning on working on while here?
The game, generally. I'm gonna redo the 3D art. It's Whispering Pines is a chill survival game in the forest, and I'm planned to do some sound capture in the forest, and yeah, don't know exactly yet. Yes.
What's your favorite game?
I think it's Firewatch. Pretty inspired by it, but you'll see in other questions. Thank you.
Next up is Lynn to talk about her hats.
I mean, I can talk about my hats. They are kind of a lot, so this is why it's usually very hard for me to show anything off, because I do a lot of management, marketing, direction and stuff. But I'll show you some art. Hello, I'm gonna show you some death and taxes, because we haven't seen any of that because we haven't done any updates. But now we did 2 things with it currently, and first thing that we did is that we have now Espanol. We have all these languages in here, But what I wanted to show is hats, because that was like, what is the easiest thing for me to do, which doesn't require much of anything, and would make people happy. Let's have our Grim Reapers have hats. So there's 3 different kinds of hats, and I colored all of them in different colors. And of course the color palette of the game is very, very limited, with only 3 hues available. So it's always fun to kind of play around with that. So the characters have, you know, they hold their head in different ways, so the hats also can sit on their heads a bit differently. But yeah, it was quite easy to do that, and that's basically it. Oh, my favorite, of course, the floppy ears under the hat. Yeah, very fun. It was fun going back to Death and Taxis to some of its art a bit and see like how much lower our standards were back then and how much faster it is to do anything because of it. It's great, but also it's cool to see progress as well in that way. And another thing that I can show you as well, because I'm already in character customization stuff, I am also doing pixel art a bit for Broken Lands, and currently we are doing the character design for Phobos, which is like the horror faction. So a bunch of edgy boys and gals, we get their like corrupted humans in here, and we have all the hair colors for the same sets, for example, as well. So those are the edgy corrupted humans, and then we also have these void creatures, which is another thing. With them it's extra simple for me because they don't have any color and I don't make any variations of anything, so it's just, they're just darkness basically. Some of them don't even have eyes or something, so, or mouth or much of a face really. So this is with all the extras you can put. You can make them simpler as well, but this shows them off with all of the different extras, like multiple eyes or horns or something like that. Yeah, fun. Next I'm gonna do like clothes for them, get some edgy clothes as well, and then mounts that are, I think we're thinking of nightmares, like horses basically, and also tiger spiders. So they would be big tigers with 8 legs, I think. Very cute. Yes, that's the plan. Any questions? Yes.
What's your favorite hat?
Oh, my favorite hat. Okay, that's a good question. I don't know. I think, I mean, top hat is classic, right? Yeah, I think like going super fancy and having like a golden, that one. The golden top hat, because it's just so overboard. We have some customization options that are also like golden, and like a golden suit with a golden top hat, and then like the face that has like a cigar and stuff. That's great. It's all Grim Reapers, but you can look whatever you want to. Like, yes.
Do you plan on having any seasonal hats?
That would be easy to add as well, maybe. We do have, because we do have in the game one of the coats, for example, like a cloak. You can also have a cloak. Cloak is like, looks like a Santa cloak, and one of the like Dia de los Muertos masks we also have looks like very Christmas themed. So we do have Christmas themed and also Halloween themed stuff. Like, I mean, the pumpkin was in a Halloween update and stuff. So we totally could add more hats. A reason to be like, look, we have an update. That's basically why we did it, and it was fun for us and for the players. So I feel like extra visibility is on top of that. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Next up, who forgot to make his presentation public? Lewis.
Hi, I'm Lewis. I'm making Brawlers of Duality, and I'm trying to get close to release, hoping to release this year. So, 3 weeks ago, I arrived in Sweden, and here's an intro to my game. It's like Smash Brothers, but a top-down camera view. So as you hit people, they get knocked back, and the goal is to hit people into the environment. And then it does a velocity check, and then if they're going fast enough, they die. And what makes my game unique is we have a Battle Royale mode, and you play as 3 characters instead of just one, and you press a button to swap between them. And then, so since I've arrived here, I've done a bunch of playtests. The very first day I was here, we did playtests, and it was in the kitchen, and there was a lot of high latency, and that was really good because that's something I like to work on, and I got a lot of issues to work on for the next week, and then I spent that week fixing it. And then player 1, some critics came and visited, and they gave me a lot of good feedback on what I needed to do, and they didn't run into many issues with the netcode, so I was very happy. And then, after that, I've been implementing their feedback, doing some small things like adding a ready up menu, and so you can see all the players in the lobby. And then right now, today, I was going through and updating the hitboxes to be a lot bigger because aiming was too much of a skill that people were complaining about. So, yeah. And then, so what's next is I'm going to have to do more frequent playtesting, fix some AI bugs, and I need some help with that. So if anyone knows Unreal Engine behavior trees, I would like some help. And then in my tutorial, I need to make it very clear that you kill people by knocking them into the terrain, because a lot of people were very confused when they died, and yeah. And then I have an artist who is going to go through these portraits that are currently just the concept art she sent, and I took a headshot of them. She's going to actually make proper headshots. And then I have a music composer who's going to make music for the current stage. And how much time do I have left?
2 minutes and 40 seconds.
Cool. I'll show off a demo of the music he sent me. Can you turn down the volume? It's probably going to be a little loud.
Sure.
Cool.
Also tap the microphone.
Yeah.
Tap it. And that's it. So, any questions? Grzegorz.
I always have trouble with asking questions. The music, it has a feel like super dynamic.
Yes.
And the gameplay you've shown
Mhm.
kind of feels less dynamic.
That's not a question.
That's a question because I haven't asked it yet.
Okay.
The question is, do you why can't I say that? Never mind. I will pass.
Yes, it will.
Yeah, you were saying the music has 3.
Yes, it
groups?
has 3 groups, depending on how many characters you have left.
Okay.
So the intensity goes up
So
as
basically-
you lose characters.
Yeah, the vocals kick in when there's only 1 character left, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. Thank you.
Next up, you wanna get double time? Is that what?
I asked James if I can show this second thing, and he said yes.
Okay, sure. Then
That's a quick announcement.
no problem.
It's both of us this time. I sent it on Discord. Org?
Yeah. So we just wanted to announce that Slavic Game Jam is back. The reason why we're doing it, we're doing it is that we are part of the association that makes Slavic Game Jam, or made before the pandemic.
On the camera.
The camera. This.
Yeah, this association. So Discord is live. So is yeah, here you have you should have a date. It's 30th of August to 1st September in Warsaw. So Discord is live, Facebook is live. There's a website. If you wanna go, we invite you. Yeah.
And before the pandemic, I think it was the largest jam in Poland.
Yeah.
I don't lie right now.
Something like that.
So
and it's in English, like.
Yeah. So
That's the point. Slavic
yeah.
is in English, and other jams that we made were in Polish.
Yeah.
That's
so
the
this
biggest
one
distinction.
is. That's why we are also announcing it
Yeah.
here. Yeah. And that's it. Huh?
Is online participation a thing?
I don't know.
I don't know.
There is an answer on Discord, for sure. Any other questions?
Okay.
Then that's it.
All right. That's all, folks. As usual, you can support us on Patreon to show us love and give us money for the house. Yeah, thank you all for tuning in. Hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.